Welcome back, guys. In this video, we're going to talk all about composition, or what really goes into putting one of these videos together. This is one of the most commonly asked questions that we get. People are constantly asking us what camera, what lens, what microphone, all of that stuff. So first and foremost, what I want to tell you guys, this little device right here, whether you got an iPhone or an Android, this is all that you guys really need to get started when it comes to video. I don't want you guys to obsess over what camera, what lens, what lighting, what editing software. You are literally holding it in the palm of your hand. You might be watching this video while holding the one and only device that you guys need to put good quality videos out there. But let's assume you've already done that, right? You've already started shooting some videos. So I want to give you guys some tips to really make your composition stand out from the crowd. Like we said, there's 8 billion videos on Facebook being viewed on a daily basis. It's insane. So I want to make sure that your videos stand out. And so some of the things that you guys can do that are important is really think about where you're shooting your video. Think about the setting, okay? Where am I standing? What's going to be around me? What do I want people to see in the background? What kind of noise is there going to be around me? What can I do to change things? Maybe if I'm talking at a street corner and this is a very busy street and this is a very quiet street. Well, let's not stand on the busy street, let's stand over on the quiet street. Simple little things like that can really make a big difference. So always think audio first. I think audio is one of the most important things because people have actually found that videos that have good quality audio, the perception is that they're higher quality videos. Even if the actual video itself is not great, as long as it's got good audio, very, very important. So definitely be conscious of the audio. Try to minimize any distractions, any other background noise that's happening around you. And then second, when it comes to the video side of it, if you're not using any supplementary lighting or anything like that, the most important thing to remember is always look at the light. So if you're indoors, I want you looking at the window. I don't want the window behind you. If you're outdoors, I want you looking at the sun. I don't want the sun behind you. Just simple little things. Just always remember you should be looking into the light. If you gotta squint a little, that's good. That's not a bad thing. You should have to squint a little. We want that light in your face. We want to light you up. We want you to be the focus of those videos. A couple other little things that you can do with the videos. There's something that are called thirds. So when you look at your video screen, think of 3 vertical thirds and 3 horizontal thirds. You typically don't always want to be centered in your video. Sometimes it's better to be over on the left third or the right third because what that'll allow you to do in certain types of videos is you could drop images in and drop text and stuff in next to your face, where if you were centered, there's not necessarily room to drop stuff like that in. So whether it's photography, videography, the rule of thirds is something that you should definitely learn a little bit more about. But just think when you're looking at an image, there's really 3 vertical thirds, 3 horizontal thirds. Think about what third you guys want to be focusing on in those videos because it's not always centered. Also think about the angle. So think about if you want to be shooting straight on, which is actually not recommended. A lot of times it's better to be shooting at a little bit of an angle so that there's some depth to what's happening. So those are a couple little tips. But let's talk real quick. Camera, lighting, and audio, 3 of the most commonly asked questions that we get. When it comes to cameras, once you graduate from a phone, again, this is it. This is your camera, your lighting, and your audio. But as you start to put some content out there, don't go buy a bunch of crap until you've started shooting with this. Once you've started shooting with this and you're ready to step it up, when it comes to cameras, we're big fans of using DSLR cameras. Believe it or not, those old video cameras that you kind of hold up here, those are out. DSLRs are going to accomplish everything that you need. So there's a lot of different brands out there. Do your research, figure out which one is going to be best for you. But what you're watching right now is shot on DSLRs, and virtually everything that we put out there, we even do some TV work. Everything they shoot for TV is even being shot on DSLRs now. So camera-wise, DSLRs, do some research on the different types of lenses because sometimes you're going to want lenses that are going to have bigger zooms or less zooms, and there's a lot of different things that goes into lenses. I mean, you'll find you can get lenses for $100 and there's lenses for $100,000. So if you want to dive into that stuff a little bit more, I encourage you to, but don't overthink it, right? It's a $1,000 lens, $100,000 lens is not going to make more people watch your videos. You got to have good content, which is something that we're going to talk about in one of the videos in this series. Lighting. So again, when it comes to lighting, if you don't have any supplementary lighting, make sure that the light is in your face. Face the window, face the sun, don't have that stuff behind you. Because what will happen is it's going to black you out and there'll be a bunch of light behind you, or it'll be reversed where you'll be able to see and there'll be just this black blur behind you. So be conscious of that. If you need to use some supplementary lighting, there's two primary types of lighting. Soft boxes, which are very expensive, usually just has a normal light bulb in it with a big box around it. Super, super inexpensive way to get some supplementary lighting. Or if you want to step it up a little bit, spend a little more money, you can go to LED lighting. And the benefit of LED is they're much smaller. Still relatively affordable, a little bit more expensive than softbox lighting, but LED lighting can be really beneficial and it's still not crazy expensive. But then you can have, so there's different types of lighting, but a lot of time you're gonna have a key light in front of you, a fill light on the side of you, a backlight coming in, or even a background light. You can go crazy with it, or just a single light just to kind of fill in where you lack some of that natural lighting. And then lastly is just to talk about audio. So again, be conscious when you're shooting videos. Think about the surroundings around you. Minimize as much background noise as you can. And then think about what can I do as far as getting the microphone closer to my mouth. The closer the mic is to my mouth, the less noise I'm gonna pick up around me. So I'm wearing a lav mic or a lavalier mic right now. Huge fans of lav mics. And the way that we shoot a lot of our videos is we use a lav mic. It's connected. I got a little recorder in my pocket. It's going to record it as an MP3 file. And then we can take that when we're editing and sync up the video with the audio, and it comes out amazing. And MP3 recorders are very, very inexpensive. If you want to get a full wireless setup where everything is synced together in the camera, you can do that. It's a lot of money. I don't honestly think it's necessary. Just stick to the basics and stick to the content, which is what we're going to cover in one of the other videos today. So hopefully this helps you guys out with the competition. Look into the light, minimize the distractions, minimize the background noise, and you will put out much better composed videos.